Are you recording?
Yep.
Oh, wow, okay.
Hi, I'm Brandon, and this is Nick. We're going to be starting Theater Review.
And we're pathological liars.
Theater Review is a real cool show. Theater Review is a real cool show.
I'm Nick, and this is Brandon.
Hi, I'm Brandon.
And so today we're going to be viewing Paranormal Activity, the Ghost Dimension.
Yeah, the fifth one in
no, it's
the
the
series.
sixth one.
No, it's the fifth.
It's the sixth one. Marked once was the fifth one.
I'm pretty sure it's the fifth.
Swear.
Okay, whatever.
Research.
Regardless of the number, it's Ghost Dimensions that we're seeing.
Ghost Dimensions. There's not even a number on it.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't need to be. So, what do you think we're gonna... what do you think we're gonna get when we go see in this movie?
I mean, I've only seen the first one, which I enjoyed.
Oh, yeah, the first one was amazing.
And I saw the third one as well, which had flashbacks to the 1980s.
Yeah,
It's like a VHS
I
camera.
haven't actually seen any of the other ones. I've only seen the first one. But the reason behind that is because of the reviews for all of the other movies.
Yeah.
So that's why I kind of avoided them like the Black Plague.
Yeah, I mean, my hand was forced watching the third one.
Well, okay.
Kind of like this one.
I mean, the pattern that they've been following is like, I mean, the first movie had a $15,000 budget, and then the next one had a $3 million budget, which is like how many times more? So, and you would think it'd be better if you had that big of a budget, right? And then the next one was $5 million, and then they kept being $5 million. Now this one is $10 million to make the movie we're gonna go see. So I don't know if that means maybe it'll be better or maybe it'll be exponentially worse given the pattern that it's been following.
Well, I mean, you've only seen one of them previously.
That's true. I can't actually base an opinion because I haven't seen all of them. So.
But I mean, we can judge it as a movie itself. So I guess we'll see. I mean, I've seen 2 of the 6 movies that's in the franchise. So
it might be okay. But
we're going in this totally as if
I know we're gonna.
Pretty sure it's gonna be bad.
It's gonna be bad, I'm sure. But maybe we'll be able to pick out some good things from it. Hopefully. I hope there's some redeeming quality for me spending like $20 to go see this.
We'll see.
As for like people that worked on it, like he's only produced, like the guy who originally wrote the first Paranormal Activity, he's only producing this. Like in the original one, he actually, like I did research, he directed it, he wrote it, did the cinematography and produced it. Ever since then, he's only produced it.
Right.
So, I mean, what does that mean?
What does that entail? What is that supposed to mean?
Well, I guess we'll find out.
Yeah. Should we give like a rating beforehand on what we think it's gonna be?
I think that it's gonna have. I think a lot of the comedy relief in horrors is a little bit better than usual. Like I'm oftenly surprised by the acting quality of the comedy relief actors. You know what I mean? So maybe that'll be
okay, sure.
I know that makes no sense.
But I mean, are you really going to a horror movie?
No, of course not. I'm pointing out the qualities that'll maybe be good, but I'm expecting it just to be like your cookie cutter Halloween movie. You know what I mean? Like, the whole 9 yards of every single stereotype that falls into what a typical horror movie would be. That's what I'm expecting.
All right.
What do you think?
I'm expecting a shitty movie.
just straight out of the gate.
Straight up shitty movie.
We're just gonna sit back and just be like, all right, impress me.
I enjoyed the first one. I didn't mind the third one, but there's a reason why I skipped the other ones. They just look cheesy, and so does this one.
I know.
I mean, at the end of the day, it looks like 99% of the horror movies out there,
because they know they make money. So
they make money hands down. So
it's all capitalism when it comes to that stuff.
Anyway, so
I guess we should just go and bite the bullet on this one.
Yeah.
All right. Let's. We will see you in an hour and 28 minutes. Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back to Theater Review.
Yeah, we're currently recovering
from seeing Paranormal Activity, the Ghost one, or the Ghost Dimension.
Ghost Dimension.
Ghost
See,
one.
that's how bad it was. We already forgot the name.
I wish I could forget the movie along with the name.
Yep. Okay.
That's getting that straight out.
Where do we begin on everything that was just wrong?
I'd rather not.
You know, how about we yeah.
I'd rather go home.
You know, just leave. Just forget this. Just get up, walk away. All right, but how about positive things? How about we start on a good note? What
start off positive things?
What was good, and then what could have been done better?
Okay. So you actually thought like beforehand that there were going to be some comedy.
Yeah.
And
it was
there actually were a couple of redeeming.
Yeah, had some
comedy.
decent lines. Oh, we should point this out, spoilers, because we need to spoil this.
Right. So this is going to be a total spoiler review. I mean, it's not like we're going to intentionally spoil it, but things might pop up.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to really spoil a lot of the main key points of it, but
yeah.
Well,
whatever comes up.
Whatever.
We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, there we go.
Spoilers.
Maybe not. We'll see.
Forewarning.
So the comedy.
It was there. It was there.
Yeah.
It was there.
But he was like a carbon copy. He looked even the same as, like, what's his name from This Is the End? He's like friends with James Franco and Seth Rogen and you know who I'm talking about. Curly hair, mustache. Put a picture in. Edit a picture of him in.
Right here.
Yeah.
Right here.
Right where he's
this
pointing.
Guy.
That
this
guy.
Is what we're talking about.
Yeah. He looks exactly like him.
Okay, I'll just take your word for it.
No, like, okay, whatever. But and he had this
picture.
Yeah, no. He had the same comedy like stylings as that guy. It was like they casted this guy, told him to like grow a mustache or something, and then was just like, you know,
be this guy,
be this actor, be what this actor is in every other movie, and you'll be the comedy relief.
I mean, I almost think that there was too much comedy relief, in all honesty.
You know, that's a good point, because like half of the movie was just this family's like day by day, and then out of nowhere it suddenly starts going like night one, night two, like over and over and over again.
So I realized that a big thing about this movie, the pacing and the outline of like how it rolls, like horror movies, they usually set the rules, right? Like you can even learn that from Scream.
Yeah, there's
like they even noticed that, but from the get-go, you don't even know what's going on, and even halfway through the movie, they still start introducing new elements to this thing, and it just gets so convoluted at the end of the day, and it's just like, what's going on?
The best part was when she's saying Bloody Mary in the mirror backwards. Right. Like, it's just like, are you kidding me?
That was 3/4 of the way through the movie.
I know. And it's just, like, Bloody Mary, really? Like, this is like a children's thing that, like, kids in grade 7 do.
And the guy didn't even know what Bloody Mary was.
Yeah, then the guy's like,
okay, that's
what's
totally
that?
Believable.
It's like, come on, buddy. Like, everyone knows
what's Bloody Mary. I mean, that was
balls?
another big thing. The characters in the movie are completely
morons,
stupid,
idiots, and they're cookie cutter. As I said,
exactly.
They're all these stupid cookie cutter characters that are in every horror movie. Your typical like mom and dad who are like, oh, we just moved into a new house, sinister, with their daughter, poltergeist, and then for some reason their brother's there for no reason.
So they're taking elements from actual good movies, but then they just take it into a direction where it's like,
they're like, oh, all these movies have good ideas, let's just throw it into a blender and then slap
and then
Paranormal
take the
Activity
bad parts
on it.
of them.
Yeah, exactly. We need to talk about the blonde. We need to talk about.
Oh God.
So there's this one cousin. What was she? We couldn't figure out what her actual relation was to the family. We have no clue why she was in this movie. And I honestly think she might have been like half her budget used to get this actress, whoever she was. Like, she had no reason to be there.
I honestly think, and I mean, I didn't see any of the marketing material for this movie at all, but my guess is that she would have been the sex appeal.
Yeah, I would assume, because, you know, like everyone's like, oh, look, it's the, exactly.
Like typical, whatever, male crowd.
Yeah. They would.
I mean,
That'd be a move that any big studio would do.
I don't know.
Whatever. Okay, so was that all the good things that we could list about this movie?
That wasn't good things at all.
I know, we just ripped apart
We
the
tried
movie.
saying good
We
things.
started out saying good things, and then we immediately went negative because of how bad
It's
it was.
very hard.
What else?
There were a couple of comedy parts, but in all honesty, it was a little bit too much comedic.
Yeah.
Elements onto it.
I get scared easily, as you know, from me jumping at every...
Brandon was jumping the entire time.
But I still know when it's a bad scare, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like it's a cheap scare. There were a lot of cheap scares.
Oh yeah, totally. And like even some I predicted, but I still jump because like loud noises make me jump. That's just who I am. So, like,
I just felt the seat beside me like rattling.
But
Brandon was rattled.
I was, but it was the cheapest of scares because it was just like
very cheap,
loud trumpet noise and like then like kid in your face and camera close up of something stupid, and then that was it. That was the scare.
I didn't jump once.
Oh, the glass, the cheesy when they punched the mirror or something. Yeah, that was stupid.
Oh, I didn't jump once though, and honestly, like they were so like the basic like jump out scares. It was so going back to your cookie cutter thing.
Yeah.
Like it was totally that.
It just follows
like,
the same pattern that every horror movie
they weren't even decent jump scares. It was very like so repeated and often viewed.
So what could have? Is there something that could have saved this movie? Do you think that
it wasn't the CGI?
Oh, we'll get to that. But is there anything that you think could have maybe improved it?
Honestly, it would have been I relatively could have stood it. Whatever. You know what?
Language.
I could have sat through the movie.
There you go.
If the characters weren't so dumb. In all honesty. I mean,
like when she looks.
I literally felt my IQ points dropping while I was watching this film. I don't even want to call it a film.
Like, the part with the pool. Like, I don't even care who you are. If you're this big buff guy and you see like there's this part where like the demon ghost thing is in the pool or something.
Yeah.
And like, regardless of who you are, I don't think anyone would think, oh, well, I'm gonna go look in the pool and see what's in there and stick your head in there. Like, even if it could have just been a raccoon, I wouldn't want a raccoon jumping out.
I wouldn't want anything like that. Like, honestly, it's just
the story relies on these characters making dumb decisions.
What it was is somebody had great ideas for scenes. And it was like, how do we make these scenes relate to each other? Somebody had an idea for like porch scene with like a romantic wine date with between these two characters.
You know what it was? It was people from all these different that worked on like 50 different horror movies that came together. It was like, I have a
good idea.
Yeah, I have a scene from Sinister that I want to repeat. Well, I want to do a poltergeist scene. Well, I want to do an exorcism
and the
scene.
Director just took all of the ideas
like
and started picking them out of a hat. Okay, we're gonna mix this scene with this scene. Yeah. Let's see what we get. You know?
Just like put it all together and put it's like I said, throw it in the blender and then just grind it up and slap Paranormal Activity on it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I really enjoyed the first one, and I really despise the fact that they made so many afterwards and kind of tarnished the name.
They made like 200 million. They had the bunny too.
Because the first one actually was pretty good.
It was amazing. Yeah,
I liked it.
It was a testament to the fact that you can have no money, no CGI, nothing, just a few crew members and an idea, and make an amazing movie. Like $15,000 budget. That's not even heard of nowadays.
Yeah.
And then to make 200 million off of that is beyond like explanation. You can't even what?
Yeah. I mean,
should we talk about the CGI now?
Yeah,
I think
talk about the
because
CGI.
That's the worst. That is the worst. That's the worst part. I'll let you take it away.
So the ending of the movie, I don't think it's going to be
it's not really a spoiler because we're just ripping it apart.
We already gave a spoiler cast. But anyway, so the daughter is basically going to the ghost dimension or whatever. Like, typical young girl is the victim of the movie.
Yeah.
Regardless, shit hits the fan within the last 10, 15 minutes.
The whole movie is just like playtime with the demon for
So, let me set this straight.
Yeah.
The entirety of the movie was okay.
Well, it was bad. It was like
bad.
It was like a 5
It was
out of 10.
bad, but it was bearable.
Yeah, we could have walked out of that and been like, you know what? It was better than I thought, but it was still bad.
Yeah. Okay. But the last 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh my
Killed
god.
it. It turned it into this steaming pile of
dog feces.
just the worst thing that I've seen. Like the CGI was bad through the movie, but it was bearable. But out of
there wasn't enough CGI throughout the movie where it deemed it like unwatchable.
Yeah, and in no way should CGI make your decision that the movie's bad. But when a director makes the choice to put it into a movie and then doesn't do it good, that's when it can ruin it. So we get to this part where the daughter's in this like exorcism kind of circle, and the demon's like coming after her, and they throw a sheet on him like a just a bed sheet essentially that's like doused in holy water in an attempt to like subdue this demon.
And you see the demon and
right as the sheet is a practical effect at first, and it goes on the demon, and then the moment that it like touches the demon, we revert to PlayStation 2 graphics.
Yeah.
Is as I called it, because that is it's like you're watching a cutscene from a video game. It was like from like 2005. It was so bad.
Very brutal.
It looked like the demon was like made of clay. Like it was like a moving clay statue. The sheet was huge. It was like
where did you get this giant blanket? It was just probably the size of this table.
Like the
when
demon
you
was
started.
probably like towering like way up here, and the blanket, like when it stood up, and the blanket when they were holding it was probably the size of this table.
Like no frame of reference for size.
Oh
whatsoever.
And then the hand that kills the dad.
Yeah, the dad. Like the dad just gets outed.
Yeah,
completely.
as they're running away in the last like 3 minutes, and there's like this black tentacle that like and like pierces his chest, and it's 3D. It's only in 3D, I think, because we couldn't get a ticket.
The 3D actually wasn't bad.
The particle effects was cool. I'll say that.
Cool.
That was the one little good thing.
Yeah, good thing.
But the tentacle out of like this thing like sticks to the screen after it goes through his chest, and it just looked like, because it was so close that you could see every pore detail in it, and it was just like, how did this get through a quality assurance? How did someone look at this and think that this was like
this
good?
This was green lit.
Yeah, this is like,
to all
this
those
is a go.
indie
go
filmmakers out there. This movie made it, and not yours.
Yeah. Your movie is nowhere near as good as this movie. It's a hard fact.
It's hard to swallow.
So my dreams of being a filmmaker have been killed today. I don't know about you.
No, I'm definitely gonna make a better movie.
Yeah, we gotta take it and use it as inspiration.
But if I ever do a movie like that, Brandon, you can kill me.
Okay, yeah, you know what? That's a good way to end it. I think.
I think we'll end it on that.
Yeah.
So what should we rate this as?
Oof. I don't even know. Like, if we're giving it an out of 10, like 1. But
1. I thought there were some redeeming qualities.
So like
give it a 2.
You know what? Because you're giving it a 3, and I don't want to sound like the mean person here, I'll say a 2, because I think that's a good way of ending it there.
Sure. Would you recommend this to a friend?
I wouldn't recommend this to my worst enemy who just stabbed me in the back.
I would.
He'd put a knife in my back and be like, "Don't go watch Paranormal Activity," and just die on the spot right there.
Oh god.
I don't think I would recommend this to anyone. Maybe if you've never seen a horror movie ever,
don't watch this movie.
Actually, yeah, that's true, because then you'll just get bad ideas.
Because then you'll hate horror movies forever. Not because they're scary, because they're shite.
Yeah. So, long story short, don't see this movie, and I guess we will see you
next week.
Next week, hopefully.
This has been Theater Review with Brandon and Nick.
Yeah, Brandon and Nick.
Nick,
bye.
Nick and Brandon.
Theater Review.
Yeah. Bye.
It's a real cool show. Theater Review is a